What's up, Scribe Tribe? Welcome back to the channel. I'm your leader, Tim Green. I write in the pen name T Green, and today we're going over phase 10 of how I develop my series. And if you're wondering why I keep saying series, I don't write standalones. I've tried. I promise you. It's the gold standard if I could come up with a single novel and not come up with a sequel to write. Today we're going over phase 10. I do have to make a quick correction for you. In earlier videos, I've been talking about how there's been 13 phases in my developmental process. I am changing that. This is actually supposed to be about theme. And I was looking that over before I started recording, and I realized, yeah, I really don't have this phase. I'm always thinking about this throughout the entire process. If I was actually gonna have a phase for this, that's putting this far out, no, because that would be doing a lot of changes. Theme comes up in my mind, I think about it. It goes away after I've thought about it and make notes and ideas on it. As I've been saying before, I bounce around a lot. That's what happens with theme. So I'm not going to be talking about theme. That's about the standard of my theme. Today we're going to be talking about world building touch-ups. What? World building touch-ups? What are you talking about? Why are you touching up your world building? Shouldn't you have it already? Well, yeah, of course, I should have it all done. Once I actually know the story and I start outlining it and really developing the story, focusing on the story, I come up with new stuff about the world building that I actually haven't written out yet. I may know what's happening and how it all works, but I haven't written into this world building document. This is what I mean by touch-ups, because I gotta put that out there, get it figured out and how it works, so it works within the world. What I'm doing is I'm taking ideas that I know I need for the story and adding them to the world and making sure it works within the world. If I've added something that doesn't work within the world, which does happen, you may say, well, obviously it doesn't work, so you have to change it. No, if I've outlined my entire series, I have scenes lists for the entire series. It's in there. It's not changing. The world is going to adapt around it, and I will make those changes. And sometimes it's a lot of work. Generally, I'm really good at keeping that in touch and adapting the world as I'm doing this, but it does come up where sometimes it's difficult. But the story's already set, and I'm not changing that, because if I try to make it work within the world and not the story, And I've talked about many times how I hate the advice of develop your world to your story and that's it. It's terrible advice, I think. When you've never world build, yes, it's a great thing. Make sure your story is there and you have everything there. But if you're doing fantasy or sci-fi and that's all you see is what's directly in there, 9 times out of 10, your story world is gonna feel flat. I don't like that. This is where if it's in my story, this is where I will take that advice and the world building will focus on the story, not what I've already come up with. Stuff that don't match up, that gets cut at this point. But in the early stages of world building, that's the key, because I want to make sure the world feels real. Let's see, what else do I have on here? Now, in the small case that I cannot make what I have in the story mesh well with the story world I have, then I have to make a choice. Do I cut that part of the story, or do I have to do a lot of the work to make it work? And generally it's just I do the work to make it work, because 9 times out of 10 all I have to do is let my brain sit on the problem for a little while. I'll figure it out. But in the case that I can't make it mesh, then the story will have to change. So far, I actually don't think I've actually ever really had that. It's just sometimes when that happens, if I'm developing a world, I just have to stop working on it for a while, and I'll come to the conclusion. And sometimes it will be a long time before I have to work on it. That's what I have for you for today. You're clearly liking what I'm talking about because you made it to the end of this video, so go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. Be sure to hit that subscribe button, ring the bell, and join the tribe. This way you know when all my videos go live, and you're going to want to know that because I'm relaunching and rebranding this channel in November. If you want to know more details about why I'm doing that, there's a link to the video down below in the description. And I'll be rebranding this under the Writer's Mindscape brand that I have for podcasts with my buddy Adam Daly of Zop Gaming. It's a world building podcast where we world build a brand new world for you so you can see how we take our own advice that we give out. Go ahead and check me out on my social media. That's up on the screen right now. I'm doing my best to up my game on Twitter because I suck at that. And I'm also trying to regularly post on Instagram. So go and check me out there. That's all again I have for you. I will talk to you in my next video. Have a great writing week. Bye.